Welcome to UTRGV Radio News. I'm Hannah Lopez.
And I'm Albert Monroy. Hope you had a great weekend. To start off our newscast, Hannah Lopez reports on the Palm Valley Animal Center in Edinburgh and their contract renewal.
Edinburgh has renewed their contract with the Palm Valley Animal Center. This year, PVAC has received great numbers of stray animals. Rebecca Villanueva, Director of Development for Palm Valley Animal Center, tells us more.
The first 2 quarters of the year. The way that we do our statistics is a total. Tails in, that's how we do it. So it's by animal. We don't take away sick animals. We don't take injured animals. It's every single animal that came in, and we hit just under 16,000 for half a year. Live outcome, we had 7,945 that we found a live outcome for. We had just over 2,000 that were adopted, almost 900 returned to owners, so 899 pets that we returned to their owner. And then through our transport and rescue program, we transported out over 5,000 animals.
Clinical Assistant Professor in the School of Rehabilitation Counseling and Services, Denise Silcox, tells us what people should do if they have a pet or are thinking about getting one.
Spay and neuter, and if you're thinking about getting an animal, please consider rescue, not buying. Too many dogs are dying in shelters. And not just dogs, but cats and other animals too.
Palm Valley Animal Center has a no-kill goal. Villanueva gives us more information.
So our goal is yes, we want to achieve no-kill status, which means that we save over 90% of the animals that are surrendered to our facility. But bigger than that, we want to make our community no-kill. So that's why it was so important for us when we were talking about contracts and who was going to be signing up to partner with us. That's why it was so important.
This is Hannah Lopez for UTRGV Radio News. Albert Monroy gives us more information on 2 migrant caravans heading to the United States.
The Department of Homeland Security and the Department of Defense held a joint press conference last Monday announcing the deployment of 5,200 troops to assist in hardening the southern border. The 5,200 troops are in addition to the 2,092 National Guard personnel already operating at the U.S.-Mexico border. This new deployment, labeled Operation Faithful Patriot, is in response to 2 large caravans of migrants near southern Mexico headed for the United States. U.S. Customs and Border Protection Commissioner Kevin McAleenan says CPB has to be prepared for the potential arrival of a large group.
What we saw when this group crossed the Honduras-Guatemala borders, they did it very forcefully. They pushed past the Guatemalan security forces. Even more risky was on the Guatemala-Mexico border, where it was a combination of near rioting on the bridge and then crossing illegally the Rio Suchate. So we saw those tactics, which are different than we've seen in past large groups, and we want to be ready for that. And we think this opportunity to harden our ports of entry, to be ready for mobile deployment between ports, is a better way to prepare for the potential arrival of a large group like this.
The Posse Comitatus Act of 1878 prohibits the use of U.S. armed forces for domestic law enforcement. General Terrence O'Shaughnessy, commander of the U.S. Northern Command and North American Aerospace Defense Command, says the Department of Defense's role in this operation is one of support.
We'll reinforce priority points of entry so as to enhance CBP's ability to harden and secure the border. The specific request for assistance is for the active duty military to enhance the capacity and capabilities of CBP by providing robust military capabilities. Our first level of effort with CBP will be to harden the points of entry and address key gaps in areas around the points of entry.
Troops have already begun to arrive in the Rio Grande Valley, and CPB officers have been seeing training and preparing for the arrival of these 2 migrant caravans at the Gateway International Bridge. For UTRGV Radio News, I'm Albert Monroy. And now for this week's bulletins. Hey everybody, this is Al Monroy with your RGV weather. Partly cloudy skies with warm temperatures will trend through the majority of the week before the arrival of a cold front early in the morning on Friday. Slight chance for showers is expected on Wednesday and Thursday ahead of the front, and will also bring cloudy skies and much cooler temperatures later on in the week. Highs will remain in the 90s all week until Friday when that cold front comes through, also bringing a 40% chance of rain. Tune in next week at 9:30 a.m. for your next UTRGV Radio Newscast.
UTRGV's Percussion Ensemble will be holding UTRGV Night of Percussion. There will be performances by the UTRGV Percussion Ensemble, the Afro-Cuban Ensemble, Marimba Reina del Valle, and UTRGV Drumline. This will take place on Wednesday, November 7th from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at the TSC Art Center. For ticket information, information, call 956-882-7025.
Hey Vaqueros, tomorrow, November 6th is Election Day. If you have not yet voted, tomorrow is the last day. The polling locations for both campuses are the Student Union. The hours for voting on the Edinburgh campus will be 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. and Brownsville 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. For more information, make sure to check out www.votetexas.gov.
The Eco-Rio Environmental Studies Symposium will be featuring the work of students, staff, faculty, and the community members within the area of natural and built environments. This will be taking place Thursday, November 8th from 8 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the ballroom on the Edinburgh campus.
Men's basketball will open the season at home on Tuesday, November 6th against Texas A&M Commerce University. The game takes place at 7 p.m. in the UTRGV Fieldhouse. Thursday, November 8th, UTRGV Volleyball hosts California Baptist University in the Fieldhouse at 7 p.m. Women's basketball begins the season facing Texas Lutheran University at 7 p.m. on Saturday, November 10th at the UTRGV Fieldhouse. For full schedules and updates, visit goutrgv.com. This is Manuel Lerma for UTRGV Radio Sports.
And that's all for this week's UTRGV Radio Newscast. If you have a story idea, contact us at radio@utrgv.edu.
From all of us here at UTRGV Radio News, thank you for listening.